You may think that stroke is something distant, something that happens only to the very old or to people who already live with severe illness. The truth is much more alarming. Stroke has become one of the leading causes of death and disability worldwide. And statistics show that 1 in 4 people will experience a stroke in their lifetime. It does not always give you a warning. One moment, you are fine. In the next moment, your speech slurs, your arm weakens, or your vision blurs. For many, the outcome is permanent, disability, or sudden death. What makes this tragedy worse is that stroke is largely preventable. Research shows that up to 80% of strokes could be avoided with the right habits. Yet millions of seniors continue daily routines that quietly raise their risk. I have seen patients who believed they were healthy, only to be struck down because they ignored blood pressure, skipped their medications, or dismissed early signs. It does not have to be this way. In this video, I will reveal 10 powerful daily habits that can dramatically lower your risk of stroke, protect your brain, and help you live with independence for longer. These are not complicated medical procedures, but simple choices you can make every single day. Before we dive in, if you have not subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I can learn how to serve you better. Now, let us begin this journey to protect your heart, your brain, and your future. Part 1. Control blood pressure, the silent heartbreaker. The first and most important habit to reduce your risk of stroke is controlling blood pressure. High blood pressure, also called hypertension, is often called the silent killer because it rarely causes symptoms until it is too late. Many seniors feel fine, will go about their day, and believe they are healthy, only to collapse from a stroke caused by years of uncontrolled pressure, damaging their blood vessels. When your blood pressure is consistently above safe limits, the delicate arteries in your brain are put under constant strain. Over time, they become stiff, fragile, and more likely to rupture or become blocked by clots. This is why people with uncontrolled hypertension are 4 times more likely to suffer a stroke. In fact, studies show that high blood pressure is the single most important risk factor for stroke, more dangerous than high cholesterol, diabetes, or smoking. What makes it so deadly is that many seniors ignore it. They skip medications because they feel no pain, or they tell themselves stress is the cause and that it will pass. I have seen patients who stopped their pills on their own, only to return to the hospital with a brain bleed that could have been prevented. The good news is that blood pressure can be controlled with the right combination of lifestyle and medication. Doctors recommend keeping it below 140/90. And even lower if you also have diabetes. Reducing salt in your diet, eating more fruits and vegetables, limiting alcohol, and exercising regularly all help lower blood pressure naturally. But lifestyle alone is often not enough. Medications prescribed by your doctor are powerful tools that protect your brain. Taking them every day, exactly as instructed, is non-negotiable. Remember, these pills are not to make you feel better today. They are to prevent the catastrophe of tomorrow. A stroke can steal your speech, your movement, and your independence in seconds. Controlling your blood pressure gives you the power to prevent it. The next time you think skipping your medication is harmless, remember that each missed dose weakens your defense. If this warning has surprised you, wait until you hear about the next part. where I will reveal how uncontrolled blood sugar quietly destroys your blood vessels and raises your stroke risk in ways most seniors never suspect. Part 2. Control blood sugar, the hidden vessel destroyer. The second habit you must pay attention to if you want to reduce your risk of stroke is controlling blood sugar. Diabetes is more than just a disease of high glucose. Over time, uncontrolled blood sugar quietly damages the walls of your blood vessels, making them stiff, inflamed, and prone to blockage. This is why people with diabetes have a stroke risk nearly 1.5 times higher than those without it. The danger is that these changes do not happen overnight. They build silently for years, without causing pain, until one day a clot travels to the brain and causes irreversible damage. Many seniors underestimate diabetes because the symptoms can seem mild at first, such as fatigue, thirst, or blurry vision. Others believe that as long as they do not feel unwell, their sugar is under control. But the truth is that damage continues even when you cannot feel it. Blood vessels and nerves are being harmed every single day that blood sugar remains high. When diabetes combines with other risk factors like high blood pressure or high cholesterol, the danger multiplies. I have seen patients who ignored their diabetes for years, only to suffer a massive stroke in their 60s, losing the ability to speak and move. The good news is that effective control of blood sugar can dramatically reduce this risk. A healthy diet with less sugar, refined carbs, and processed foods is essential. Focus on whole grains, lean proteins, and plenty of vegetables to keep your glucose stable. Regular exercise helps your muscles use sugar more effectively, lowering the strain on your bloodstream. For those prescribed medication or insulin, adherence is critical. Skipping doses or adjusting your treatment without medical advice is like playing with fire. Monitoring your sugar regularly, whether with a home glucose meter or continuous glucose monitoring device, allows you to detect fluctuations before they cause damage. Studies have shown that patients who maintain good glucose control reduce their risk of stroke and other vascular complications significantly. Remember, your blood sugar is not just a number. It is a direct reflection of how much stress your blood vessels are under. Keeping it stable is one of the greatest gifts you can give your brain. If this explanation has opened your eyes, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will reveal how cholesterol quietly clogs your arteries like rust in a pipe, and why ignoring it is like waiting for a stroke to strike. Part 3. Manage cholesterol, the artery clogging trap. The third habit you must control if you want to prevent stroke is your cholesterol level. High cholesterol may not cause pain, dizziness, or any warning sign, but silently it builds up inside your arteries like sludge in a pipe. Over the years, fatty deposits called plaques accumulate along the vessel walls. These plaques narrow the passageways that carry blood to your brain, slowing circulation and making clots more likely to form. The danger is that one day, a plaque can suddenly rupture. When that happens, a blood clot forms instantly at the site of injury, blocking the artery completely and cutting off oxygen to part of the brain. Within minutes, brain cells start to die, and the result is a stroke that can leave you disabled for life. Many seniors think cholesterol is only about diet, but the truth is more complex. Yes, eating foods rich in saturated fat, deep-fried meals, and processed snacks can raise your cholesterol. But genetics and age also play roles. Even someone who eats relatively healthy can develop high cholesterol if their body naturally produces too much. That is why regular screening is essential. If your doctor says your cholesterol is high, you must take it seriously. Lifestyle changes are powerful. Avoiding foods cooked with coconut milk, cutting down on fried and oily meals, and choosing lean meats, fish, vegetables, and whole grains can help lower cholesterol naturally. Physical activity also helps your body manage fats more efficiently. But for many seniors, lifestyle changes alone are not enough. Statins and other cholesterol-lowering medications are proven to reduce the risk of stroke and heart attack by keeping plaque buildup under control. Some patients stop taking their pills because they feel no symptoms. But that is a dangerous mistake. Cholesterol damage happens quietly, and the stroke it causes often comes without warning. Imagine water slowly corroding a pipe until one day it bursts. That is what uncontrolled cholesterol does to your brain's lifelines. Remember, managing cholesterol is not about vanity or weight. It is about survival. Keeping your arteries clear is the only way to ensure oxygen reaches every corner of your brain. If this reality has made you more cautious, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will reveal how smoking acts as a stroke accelerator, damaging your vessels every time you take a puff. Part 4. Stop smoking, the stroke accelerator. The fourth habit that you must address if you truly want to reduce your risk of stroke is smoking. Every puff of a cigarette may feel small, but inside your body it acts like an accelerator, pushing you closer to a brain attack. Smoking increases your risk of stroke by up to 2.5 times. And the damage begins with the very first inhale. The chemicals in tobacco smoke injure the lining of your blood vessels, making them rough and sticky. This allows cholesterol and other fats to attach more easily, speeding up the narrowing of your arteries. At the same time, smoking makes your blood thicker and more likely to clot. Imagine a highway where traffic is already slowed by construction, and then suddenly cars pile up, blocking the flow completely. That is exactly how a stroke begins inside your brain. Nicotine also raises blood pressure and heart rate, further straining fragile arteries. Carbon monoxide from smoke reduces the oxygen available in your blood, starving your brain even before a blockage occurs. The danger is compounded when smoking is combined with other risk factors such as high blood pressure, diabetes, or high cholesterol. Together they create the perfect storm for a deadly stroke. The tragedy is that many seniors believe it is too late to quit. They say they have smoked for decades, and the damage is already done. The truth is more hopeful. The moment you stop smoking, your blood pressure begins to improve. Oxygen delivery rises, and your risk of stroke starts to fall. Within a few years of quitting, your risk can approach that of someone who never smoked at all. I have seen patients who quit in their 60s and gained extra years of independence, living to see grandchildren grow, simply because they put the cigarettes down. Quitting is not easy, but help is available. Doctors can prescribe nicotine replacement medications and counseling to make the process more manageable. The key is to decide that every cigarette you skip is another step away from stroke. Remember, the damage from smoking is cumulative, but so is the healing once you stop. Your blood vessels can recover, your circulation can improve, and your brain can be protected. Do not tell yourself it is too late. Tell yourself, today is the day you reclaim control. If this warning has made you rethink smoking, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will reveal how excess body weight, especially around your belly, is not just cosmetic but a dangerous signal that your stroke risk is rising sharply. Part 5. Maintain ideal body weight, the hidden danger of belly fat. The fifth habit you must pay attention to if you want to protect yourself from stroke is maintaining an ideal body weight. Many seniors think of weight only in terms of appearance, but in reality, excess body fat, especially around the belly, is one of the most dangerous signals for stroke risk. Obesity does not just sit on the surface. It triggers a cascade of harmful changes deep inside your body. Fat cells release chemicals that promote inflammation, raise blood pressure, disrupt cholesterol levels, and interfere with how your body uses insulin. The result is a higher chance of developing diabetes, hypertension, and high cholesterol. The deadly trio that multiplies stroke risk. Research has shown that people with abdominal obesity, where fat accumulates around the waist, face an even greater threat. This type of fat surrounds internal organs, increases blood clotting, and makes blood vessels stiffer, all of which set the stage for a stroke. Many seniors believe that gaining a little weight with age is harmless, but the truth is different. Each kilogram above your healthy range places additional strain on your heart and arteries. The ideal body mass index for Asians is between 18.5 and 22.9. Even small steps toward that goal make a difference. Losing just 5 to 10% of your body weight can lower blood pressure, improve blood sugar, and reduce cholesterol, dramatically cutting your risk of stroke. I have seen patients who thought they were too old to benefit from weight loss, only to discover that with simple changes like daily walking and healthier meals, their numbers improved and their energy returned. The path to a healthy weight does not require extreme diets or exhausting exercise. It requires consistency, choosing smaller portions, limiting fried and sugary foods, and replacing them with vegetables, fruits, and lean proteins can gradually shift your weight into the safe zone. Combining these habits with regular physical activity ensures the progress lasts. Remember, your goal is not to become thin, but to protect your brain and your independence. Every kilogram you lose in excess weight is a kilogram of pressure lifted from your arteries. The belly fat you ignore today could be the reason for a stroke tomorrow. If this has opened your eyes, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will explain how adopting a healthy diet acts like medicine for your blood vessels, and why what you eat each day can either fuel healing or silently fuel disease. Part 6. Adopt a healthy diet, the fuel that can heal or harm your brain. The sixth habit that has a powerful influence on your stroke risk is the food you choose to eat every day. Your diet is not just about calories or taste. It is the fuel that determines whether your blood vessels stay flexible and strong or become clogged and fragile. An unhealthy diet filled with fried foods, processed snacks, sugary drinks, and excess salt slowly poisons your circulation. Too much salt raises blood pressure. Too much sugar feeds diabetes. And too much saturated fat fills your arteries with plaque. Over time, these changes silently build a trap that can snap without warning, leading to a sudden stroke. Many seniors fall into the belief that one meal cannot make a difference. But stroke is not caused by a single event. It is the result of years of accumulated choices. Every salty soup, every oily snack, every sugary dessert adds one more layer of risk. On the other hand, healthy food choices act like medicine. Diets rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and lean proteins provide the nutrients and antioxidants your body needs to repair vessel walls, lower blood pressure, and stabilize cholesterol. High-fiber foods also help reduce blood sugar spikes, protecting your arteries from the wear and tear of diabetes. Scientific studies consistently show that people who follow balanced diets, such as the Mediterranean diet or the DASH diet, have significantly lower risks of stroke and heart disease. For seniors, the benefits are even greater, because the aging body needs protective nutrition more than ever. Another critical point is alcohol. Drinking excessively raises blood pressure and weakens the heart, adding another layer of stroke risk. Moderation or complete avoidance is the safest choice, especially if you already live with hypertension or diabetes. The good news is that it is never too late to change. Even small adjustments, such as reducing salt in cooking, replacing fried foods with steamed or grilled options, or adding more vegetables to each meal, can lead to measurable improvements in blood pressure and cholesterol. I have seen patients in their 70s transform their health simply by changing what they put on their plate. Remember, every bite you take is either building resilience or fueling disease. Food can be your strongest ally or your most silent enemy. The choice is yours every single day. If this lesson has made you reconsider your meals, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will show you how regular physical activity acts like medicine for your vessels and why sitting too long quietly increases your stroke risk. Part 7. Stay active. Motion is medicine for your vessels. The 7th habit that can protect you from stroke is staying physically active. Too many seniors fall into the trap of believing that exercise is only for the young or the athletic. In reality, motion is medicine for your blood vessels, your heart, and your brain. A sedentary lifestyle, where long hours are spent sitting or lying down, quietly raises your risk of stroke. Without regular activity, your blood pressure rises, your cholesterol worsens, your weight increases, and your circulation slows. Each of these changes alone is dangerous, but together they form a deadly combination that sets the stage for a stroke. The science is clear. Regular exercise strengthens the heart, improves blood flow, lowers blood sugar, and helps maintain healthy weight. It reduces inflammation in the arteries and keeps blood vessels more flexible, making them less likely to rupture or become clogged. The World Health Organization recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate physical activity each week. That may sound like a lot, but broken down, it is just 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Simple activities such as brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or even gardening can achieve this. The goal is consistency, not perfection. Many seniors worry that exercise will exhaust them or trigger health problems, but the truth is that gentle, regular activity is one of the safest and most effective treatments available. I have seen patients who could barely walk across a room regain strength and confidence by starting with just 10 minutes a day and building up gradually. The benefits are not only physical but also mental. Exercise improves mood, reduces stress, and enhances memory, all of which protect brain health. On the other hand, sitting for long hours in front of the television or staying in bed when not ill accelerates decline. Muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and blood clots become more likely to form in the legs and travel to the brain, causing a stroke. The message is simple. Do not wait for illness to force you into action. Make movement a daily habit. Park farther from the store. Take the stairs when possible. Stretch during television breaks, and walk with friends or family. Every step you take is strengthening your vessels and protecting your independence. Motion is truly medicine, and it is free, available, and powerful. If this has inspired you to move more, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will reveal why taking your prescribed medications consistently can mean the difference between life and death, even when you feel perfectly fine. Part 8. Take medication as prescribed. Ignoring pills could cost your life. The 8th habit that can save you from a devastating stroke is one that many seniors unfortunately ignore, and that is taking your medications exactly as prescribed. High blood pressure, diabetes, and high cholesterol are among the biggest stroke risk factors, and all three can often be controlled with simple daily pills. Yet I have seen too many patients stop their medications on their own because they feel fine, because they dislike side effects, or because they believe they no longer need them. This false sense of security is deadly. The reality is that conditions like hypertension and high cholesterol do not cause pain or warning symptoms. You can feel perfectly healthy while damage silently accumulates in your arteries. Stopping your pills does not make the disease go away. It allows the risk to climb higher and higher until one day a clot or a bleed strikes without warning. Studies consistently show that patients who adhere to their prescribed treatments have far lower rates of stroke, heart attack, and premature death compared to those who skip doses. The science is clear, but the human temptation to forget or dismiss pills remains strong. This is why I tell my patients that their medications are not just pills. They are shields. They shield the brain from rising pressure. They shield the arteries from cholesterol buildup. They shield the vessels from the damage of uncontrolled sugar. Missing a dose is like lowering that shield at the very moment an attack may come. If you experience side effects, the solution is not to stop on your own, but to speak with your doctor. Adjustments can be made. Alternatives can be offered, but abandoning your prescription without guidance is gambling with your life. The truth is that consistent medication use, combined with healthy lifestyle choices, offers the strongest protection against stroke. Even if you feel fine, even if you think the danger is gone, continue your treatment. The catastrophe you prevent is far worse than any inconvenience you feel today. Remember, prevention is not about how you feel in the moment. It is about protecting your future independence, your ability to speak, to walk, to live fully. If this warning has reminded you of the importance of discipline, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will explain why regular health screening is your opportunity to catch hidden risks before they explode into life-changing strokes. Part 9. Regular health screening, catching danger before it strikes. The 9th habit that can dramatically reduce your stroke risk is committing to regular health screening. Too many seniors tell themselves that if they feel fine, they must be fine. But stroke risk factors such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes often remain silent for years. By the time symptoms appear, the damage may already be severe. This is why proactive screening is one of the most powerful tools you have to protect your brain. Regular checkups allow doctors to catch hidden problems before they spiral out of control. For example, screening can identify rising blood pressure long before it reaches dangerous levels. It can uncover diabetes early, when lifestyle changes and medication can still prevent serious complications. It can detect high cholesterol before it has time to clog your arteries. Each of these discoveries represents a chance to intervene early and save your future independence. Medical guidelines recommend that adults from the age of 18 have their blood pressure and weight checked at least once every 2 years, and more often if results are abnormal. From age 40, screening for diabetes and cholesterol should occur every 3 years or as frequently as your doctor advises. Seniors with risk factors may need checks even more regularly. Ignoring these recommendations is like driving a car without ever checking the brakes or oil. Everything may seem fine until the system fails suddenly and catastrophically. I have seen patients who skipped routine screenings for years, only to arrive at the hospital with a massive stroke caused by uncontrolled hypertension or undiagnosed diabetes. These tragedies could have been prevented with simple, early testing. The beauty of screening is that it is quick, affordable, and non-invasive. A blood pressure cuff, a small blood sample, and a weight measurement. These are the tools that can predict your risk with remarkable accuracy. The small inconvenience of a clinic visit is nothing compared to the burden of lifelong disability. For families, regular screening also provides peace of mind. Knowing your numbers means knowing where you stand and what steps you must take. It turns fear of the unknown into actionable knowledge. Remember, stroke prevention is not about waiting for symptoms. It is about staying one step ahead of the danger. By making regular health screening part of your routine, you are not just protecting yourself, you are protecting your family from the heartbreak of seeing a loved one suddenly disabled. If this has reminded you of the power of early detection, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will show you how learning to recognize the early signs of a stroke with the FAST method can help you or your loved ones survive and recover before it is too late. Part 10. Learn to spot a stroke with FAST, the life-saving code. The 10th and final habit that can save your life is learning to recognize a stroke the very moment it begins. Prevention is powerful, but no matter how careful you are, the risk can never be reduced to zero. This is why you must know the FAST code. A simple tool that can help you act quickly and limit the damage if a stroke strikes. F stands for face. Ask the person to smile. If one side of the face droops, that is a warning sign. A stands for arms. Ask the person to raise both arms. If one arm drifts downward or cannot be lifted, that is another red flag. S stands for speech. Listen carefully. If the words are slurred, confused, or cannot be spoken, that is a third sign. T stands for time, which means act immediately. Call emergency services without delay. Every minute counts. Brain cells begin to die within minutes of a blocked artery, and the longer treatment is delayed, the greater the chance of permanent disability or death. I have seen patients arrive at the hospital within the golden window of 3 to 4 hours and walk out weeks later with full recovery. I have also seen patients who waited too long, believing the symptoms would pass, only to lose their independence forever. That is why you must never ignore sudden weakness, numbness, blurred vision, severe headache, or confusion. Even if the symptoms disappear after a few minutes, as happens in a mini stroke or transient ischemic attack, you must still seek medical help immediately. A mini stroke is often the final warning before a major one. Teaching your family and friends the FAST code is just as important as learning it yourself. Stroke does not only affect the person who suffers it, it affects everyone around them. Quick recognition and quick action save lives. Prevention may keep you safer day by day, but recognition and rapid response are your last line of defense. The truth is simple. Stroke cannot always be avoided, but it can often be survived with minimal damage if help arrives fast. So remember, FAST, face, arms, speech, time. It is the code that could protect your brain, your independence, and even your life. If this knowledge has empowered you, stay with me for the conclusion, where I will bring everything together, remind you why prevention is always worth the effort, and show you how small daily choices can add up to a future free from stroke. Conclusion: protect your brain to protect your future. We have now walked through 10 powerful habits that can protect you from stroke. And the message could not be clearer. Stroke is not simply a matter of fate. It is not something you must accept as part of aging. It is a disease shaped by daily choices. And that means it can be prevented. High blood pressure, high sugar, high cholesterol, smoking, obesity, poor diet, lack of activity, skipping medication, neglecting health checks, and ignoring warning signs. Each of these opens the door for stroke to strike. But when you reverse them, when you control pressure, balance sugar, manage cholesterol, stop smoking, maintain a healthy weight, eat wisely, move daily, take your prescriptions, attend screenings, and remember the FAST code. You are closing that door one lock at a time. I have seen seniors who believed it was too late change their habits and regain their strength. I have also seen those who ignored the warnings lose their independence forever. The difference between those two groups is not luck. It is awareness and action. Your brain is the command center of your life. It holds your memories, your personality, your ability to speak, move, and connect with others. Protecting it must be your highest health priority. Remember, your body still remembers how to heal. Even small changes today, choosing a healthier meal, walking 15 minutes, checking your blood pressure, or taking your pills can set you on a safer path. Do not underestimate these steps. Each one builds resilience. Each one buys you more time, more independence, more joy with your loved ones. Share this knowledge with your family and friends. Because stroke prevention is not only about saving yourself, it is about protecting entire communities. Awareness spreads protection. Now, I would love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you have learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let us support each other on this journey towards safer, healthier living. If you enjoyed this video, comment 1. If not, comment 0. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss another health tip made just for you. Protect your brain. Protect your future. The choice is in your hands. And the time to act is now.